How's it going, everyone? So today I'm going to talk about keto diet tips and tricks for beginners. So before I get started, please subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. I do appreciate the support. It helps my channel grow. Also, if you're interested in online personal training from me, simply comment below in the comments section. I will get back to you guys with more details. So a keto diet, a ketogenic diet, puts your body in a metabolic state called ketosis. This means that your body is using fat rather than sugar, which is glucose, to generate energy for your body. So how can we make sure we are doing this properly? What are some tips and tricks for beginners so they make sure they're doing it properly? Make sure you're getting enough magnesium, salt, and potassium daily. The reason for this is because when you go keto, your carbs are limited, very limited. You're only getting your carbohydrates from fibrous vegetables. Your carbs may only be like 10 grams of carbs per day. On ketosis, you don't go full 0 grams. You do still eat some fibrous carbs. So I know a lot of people, they think a misconception with keto is they don't eat any vegetables, no fruits, nothing, 0 carbs. That's incorrect. You're eating fibrous carbs. So you're eating 10-20 grams of fibrous carbs per day. You can eat a little bit more, but again, you are eating some form of carbs. So with eating the carbs, you got to make sure you're getting the magnesium, the salt, and the potassium, because protein and fat does not have potassium in it, you guys. It does have salt, but it doesn't have potassium. Protein and fat, they have a little bit of potassium in it, like steak, milk, cheese. That they do have potassium in it, but your main potassium sources do come from your carbohydrates. So again, you still can get potassium from your meats, your fats, but it's easier to get your potassium from your fibrous carbs. That's why it's good to still eat fibrous vegetables, you guys. So that's a big misconception with people starting keto. You need to continue to eat lots of vegetables. Even though keto means low carbs, you still need some veggies to get your vitamins, your minerals, and your fiber for the day. Drinking water is extremely important. You must stay hydrated on a keto diet. Berries, non-starchy vegetables, green leafy vegetables, fish, eggs, meat, olive oil, coconut oil, butter, almonds, cashews, and avocados are all good to eat on a keto diet. The berries, though, watch out for the sugar intake. Some berries are better than the other. Strawberries, you guys, are much better than blueberries. Blueberries are super high in sugar, and they might not be the best thing for keto. Strawberries, though, very low in sugar, very high in fiber, might be a better option if you're going keto. So eat a diet low in carbohydrates, high in fats, and moderate in protein. Another major mistake people make when starting keto, their protein intake will be too high. Keto is about having a high fat intake. Your protein shouldn't be that high. So for example, if you're 180 grams, if you weigh 180 pounds, your protein intake for the day probably be 120 to 140 grams of protein. Your fat intake would be much higher. It'd be like 150, 160 grams of protein, or 160 grams of fat per day. Most people, when they're trying keto, they might start off with 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein. So a 180-pound person would try 180 grams of protein. That's too much protein, you guys. What happens if you have too much protein? Your body will convert it to glucose by a process called gluconeogenesis. You don't want this to happen because that's going to raise insulin levels. Then your body's not going to be using keto bodies to process it, and you're not going to be in ketosis. So again, your body will use the glucose from the protein, so you got to make sure that your protein is moderate, not too high. End of video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please like the video and share it. Thanks again.